So the reason why we are here today is to learn. It's to grow together and to become better bot builders. So I am going to show you how my company, La Repa de Sueños, was able to increase sales using AI. Little not secret anymore, I was kidnapped by Manychat 2 years ago already, when Manychat say, hey, Trilce, you have been using us for 5 years at that point. Would you like to join the team and help us out? And I was like, I'm busy, but I would love to. I would love to be a part of this amazing family, this amazing community. And now I am here as your PMM of AI and a user and an educator and an agency and a business owner and an agency owner that uses Manychat in over 115 accounts. So you're in good hands. We're going to get started. I am going to show you everything as if you and I knew nothing. We're going to go step by step, and we're going to understand the power that is Manychat's AI together for your sales. Let's go back to 2017 and get 3 minutes into the story of why we're here today and what has changed. So in 2017, I was told by my family, Trilce, could you please help us? Because we have no one taking care of social media. It was Facebook and Instagram. I was like, yeah, sure, I can help out. I'm an engineer. I was studying engineering in that moment. And I was like, I can help. By the end of day one, I was already tired because everyone kept asking, where are you located? Where are you located? Where are you located? At what time do you open? Do you have the phone number? Where are you located? At what time do you close? Where are you located? Do you have a store here? Who here has gotten that face from seeing the exact same question every single time and you have to reply manually to every single one of them? So say yes, say me, say anything you want to let me know that you have been through that as well, where you see so many repeated questions coming in and you just want some help. So that is how I found Manychat back in 2017. I went on Google and I said, well, okay, I am going to find a way to code the chatbot myself. Since I'm an engineer, I was so sure I could do it. And then I saw the documentation on Meta and I was like, maybe I'll just Google online bot builders. And I found Manychat, fell in love ever since. So this is where things get amazing. And when we start into our first evolution, who here knows the difference between the words papa and papa? So it only has one difference in the accent. It is, let me put it here in the chat, papa and papa. So who can tell me what is the difference between those two? Potato and dad, exactly. So when we used keywords before for location, let me show you what we had to do. We're going to build this together, everyone, because I want you to see from scratch the power of Manychat's AI and how it has completely changed our businesses. So let's say that we wanted to build an automation for when people ask for our location. Where are you located? What we had to do was create a trigger. We would do, okay, let's go with send a message, specific words. And in Spanish, there are so many different ways to incorrectly write things. So we would have to say, let's do it in English just for the general thing, but let's do address. We're going to do address. We're going to do address. We're going to do location. We're going to do located. Because before, we had to find words in sentences. If the message contains address in every single possible way that it can come, location, located, where, now, and this has been the most revolutionary component to Manychat in my 7 years using it. Now I don't even need to worry about this. All I have to do is click message is about and say user asks about location. And just like that, when I create the trigger, anyone who says, hey, I'm so sorry, I can't find you, could you help me get there? It is recognized. If someone says, can you send me the Waze link? I need to drive there. It is recognized. So now we no longer have to worry about all the different ways in which people can misspell a word. Now all I have to do is the intention of the message. And with the intention of the message, we're going to have better interactions, smarter conversations, smarter automations, and it's just going to become incredible overall. And I know that you're thinking, well, but how does this really help you increase sales? Well, The main part is that it helps my sales agents and my human team be faster, do better, and they're just supported by this AI. Why? Because now maybe they would have to catch someone who used another word that we didn't map out, and they would have to reply to that. With Manychat and the intention recognizer that I just showed you, we were able to increase the recognition by 85%. 85%. So now the amount of misspells or different ways in which people could ask for something, they mostly disappeared. And now the only way in which it doesn't get recognized is when people get so creative that there's no way that anyone could understand that without a human brain in the back. And you have to actually like go over the messages and try to decipher what it is the person had to say. So it really does help you improve the entire ecosystem of your chat and your conversations. So let me show you some of these that we have created. Let's go back here in automations, and let's remember, this is the new automations tab that was launched last year, and I love it, where I can just search, okay, DM intention here, DM intention, all of them that are active. So let me show you the ones that we have. Person asks about payment methods. So if they say, hey, do you offer zero interest? Recognized. Do you accept American Express? Recognized. This one, location. Person asks where we are located or our address. Anything gets recognized. This is for different channels. Look at this one. Client asks for instructions on how to rotate their mattress. Something as simple to me as a mattress maker, that is knowing how they work. A lot of people come in and ask, and we were able to create something that if anyone asks us in any way, it is recognized and it is given in action for everyone to see. And look at this one. Person asks for the price of their repairs. And I know you're seeing something here that says AI repairs. So now I'm going to move into the next section. But before I show you AI step, let's do a little control here. And Cassandra, you can see it in English. If you do it in English right now, I'm showing you an account that did it in Spanish. And that's why I'm saying in English what it says. So what I want you to do is please to write in the chat if you have used intention recognition or if you're still using regular keywords. So tell me team intention or team keywords. I want to see this very team Rhaenyra or very team Aegon Targaryen. So tell me team intentions, team keywords. Awesome. Incredible. So we're seeing a lot of team keywords yet, which means incredible opportunity for you to start using intentions now. Because as I mentioned, it increases the recognition of the messages by 80%. It's incredible. So now that we have gone over that fantastic new feature that is the intention recognition, let me tell you something. You can even create intentions for user is saying hello. User has a complaint. User is happy. You can go within the emotions of a message to create automations for that. And that is so powerful for getting reviews or getting any complaints sent directly, quickly to anyone who needs them. So now I'm going to show you AI intentions with AI step. Okay. AI step is a new feature. Let's go see here, new automation. It's a new feature inside of your flow builder, and you will see it marked as AI step. What is the AI step? So it is a new content box that you can have in Manychat that is going to have a scripted, guided conversation for whatever goal you want to set up. And here, we already have 4 templates. This is my baby, you guys, and I want you to feel the amount of love that I feel for this new feature because I was lucky enough to be one of the first users to test this out. I was lucky enough to be in conversations with the design team, with the product team, with the management team, with the engineering team to create this interface. And it is one of the simplest AI tools that I have seen in my life where you don't need to know anything about coding. You don't need to know anything about API. You just need to know what steps you want your AI to follow. So I want to show you the templates before we get into a personalized one. So you can see that we have 4 templates here. Start with templates. Suggest the best option from your list. So look at that. It says reply to all the questions about one product and lead people to product website. If we click on that one, you're going to see that this is entirely pre-populated. So what is the goal? The goal is what your AI is supposed to do. We are telling it, this is your personality, this is who you are, and this is what you're going to do. So this one, it says, assist the user in discovering the ideal product for their needs. You want to recommend the best fit to a user based on their answers and preferences provided. You have 500 characters to write anything you want in here. So you can say your personality is super friendly, funny, witty, and a bit sarcastic. You love emojis. Okay, so you can tell it who they are, what they're going to do. And you can even give it instructions to only text in another language. So let's say that you're someone from the UK. You speak English, you speak French, but someone asked you to do an automation in Spanish. What you can tell the AI is you only speak in Spanish. And just like that, you are prompting it to only address people in a language. The best part is, if I go in and I tell the AI once I'm in the conversation, hey, solo hablo español, it is going to start replying to me in that language. If I say I only speak English, it will start replying to me in that language as well. So it is so smart in how it deals with international conversations. Next, we are going to find the script. The script, look at that, it says, give it the actionable commands to follow in order to accomplish the goal. So we can tell, okay, step one, you're going to greet the user. Recommend one of my products from the context after asking relevant questions. Your answer should be based on their interest and answers. Great, that is step one. That is why it's called AI step. Step two, express gratitude for their time and offer additional support if they want to continue browsing. So it's only 2 steps that it has to accomplish. But let's say you want to ask for their email too. I really want their email because I want to send them some email marketing. You can just click there and whoop, move it up. And look at how it automatically stores this as email. Who here, and let's say me, for everyone who has had this issue, you ask someone on the user input. And for those of you that have not used user input, is when you ask someone to provide an answer that is going to be stored by Manychat. That you've said, hey, please give me your email. And the person replies, yes, of course. And then your system goes, you added an invalid email. I need just the email. And they're like, oh, sorry. And then again, it's like, please provide a valid email. But let's see, who here has had those issues? It has happened to me so often before with the user input. So I want to see me's. Not me, I mean like me. It has happened to me. I think it has happened to all of us that have used user input. Now, if I give it here, I love that for Tim, love that for you. It happens to me all the time with people. If I give them that information here and I tell it to store it, if I reply, yes, of course, my email is blah, it's only going to store the email no matter the entire paragraph that I give it. So you saw how we created the steps, and now we're going to go for the context. Business context. And here I'm going to tell you guys a secret. You're going to be the first group of people ever to know this. So I need all of you to do a little pinky promise in your minds with me that you're going to keep this a secret. So soon. Thank you, Tim. Tim is the only one who wrote pinky, guys. Only Tim made a pinky promise. I want to see more pinkies in the chat. Come on. Eso, thank you. So this is a secret, and don't tell anyone on the Manychat team that I told you this. And everyone who is here from Manychat, I need you to cover your eyes, cover your ears, and you're not saying anything here. I'm not saying anything. Soon, the context is going to move out of the AI step, and you're going to be able to add even documents in there as your business information, your business context. And then this one over here is going to be on the campaign level. So let's say you want to add, where are you located, your opening hours, your products, your information, everything on your business context. And then in here, you're going to have just the campaign context, which is, hey, right now we have 30% discount on all products, or anything else that you want to provide that is just campaign level. So that is super secret. No one here can know. And if you tell anyone, I know that it was you, So you all pin-keyed, and that is one of the best things that is coming to the Manychat AI process, and something that I'm just so excited for because the AI team keeps on adding more and more. So let's go into the context right now. So here in the context, what you can do is start adding your information. So what is your company name? What are your contacts, products, and services? And here you can add information about each of your products. You can add FAQs and additional guidance. So we're going to see this work live, and let me show you how it worked for us. Now that you know how to create your AI step, and yes, of course, you can sandbox test it. Aquí vemos how you are sandboxing it, and you can just test it however you want, whenever you want, and make as many edits as you need to. So let's go here into automations, and let me show you this one that says AI flows. I am going to translate to English the entire site so everyone can, there we go, so everyone can understand what we're doing. Okie dokes. And translate to English. And oh, that's interesting. It's not translating the entire text. Sometimes Google fails me, not gonna lie. Let's see, we can do it on here, detected language. Okay, well, I'll translate for you guys, it's fine. So here what we have, it's called the AI campaign. And this is how we were actually able to increase sales with Manychat. Before, what we had was people would come into the company's Messenger, Instagram, and WhatsApp, and they would start asking questions about our services, which are new mattresses, mattress repair, or mattress wash. The team would have to manually ask a lot of these people for information. What is the size of the mattress that you have? What is bothering you about it? And for those old-timey bot builders, you're asking yourself, why didn't you use user input for that? Because Latinos don't trust it and it's so stiff. So we didn't like it. So the team would reply manually to all of those. And this is the new flow. Why do you see three little things here? Because you always have to A/B test, or in this case, ABC test. So let me show you and translate for you how the AI step was created here. We're going to test it together, and we're going to see the value of this process. We're going to hit Edit Automation, and here we are in the repair option. So this one, let's see if we can get it to translate at some point. Apparently it doesn't want to. Okay, let me translate it for you. So here we gave it, what is the goal of the AI step? It has to be very friendly, professional, and funny. In Spanish, for those of you that don't speak it, there are three tones, sorry. Ustedeo, voceo, tuteo. You don't need to know Spanish, it has three tones. So I'm telling it, you speak in a formal tone. You are formal, you are friendly, but professional, funny, and you speak in a formal tone. Your name is Julio, which you all saw in the community post. Your name is Julio, and you are named after Trilce, me, great-grandfather, Trilce's great-grandfather. You help people in this company that want to fix their mattresses, okay? So in this process, I am telling it who he is, what his personality is, and that he is a master sales agent. He always knows what to say to captivate and incentivize approaches and generate trust. What is your end goal? Get information that you're then going to give to a sales agent to give the quote. So look at how the best practice is, how do you talk? Who are you? What do you do? And what is your end goal? That is my best practice to you on how to accomplish the best AI step. Okay, so let's repeat those. And I want you to write them in the chat as I am saying them. Step one, how do you talk? So let's write it down in the chat. Step one, how do you talk? We're going to learn by writing. Come on. Step one, how do you talk? Eso. Thank you. Step two, who are you? Step two, who are you? We're going to write it here. Who are you? Step three, what do you do? What do you do? So what do you sell? What do you offer? What are you doing here? And step 4, what is your end goal? Super, there we go, amazing. What is your end goal? And those 4 things on your goal are going to help you define personality, how it's going to interact, how it's going to act, no matter what question comes in. And you're going to give the perfect goal for your AI. Now we're going to go into the script. So all of these questions are just things that happen with mattressing, and we're going to test those in English, just like I promised. And on the context, look at all this information that I gave it. I gave it my waist link. I gave it my opening hours, my location. I gave it, if anyone asks for a human, tell him they will get a human. Because if anyone says, I no longer want to talk to you, I don't want to keep them there. If they don't want to talk to the bot, that's fine. I respect that. And so does Julio. I gave it the entire history of the company. I gave it all of our differentiators, credit information, products. It gets up to 10,000 characters of data about your business. So here, once that I save it, we're going to test it. And I'm going to tell Julio, hey, Julio, I don't speak Spanish. Oh, okay, yay, it's being translated. Hi, I'm Julio, your little robot assistant. First, we need to know the size of the mattress you want to repair. Could you please tell me? And I saw someone in the chat asking, what is the value of this? Let me show you. Why are you called Julio? My name is Julio in honor of the great-grandfather that Trilce, the co-founder, remembers with great affection. Now, could you tell me the size of the mattress you want to repair? So when you're asking, what is the value? Well, guys, the value is that this is a smart conversation. It is value-driven conversation. We're not just talking about user inputs. We're not just talking about, hey, give me one answer to this question. No, we're talking full-length conversations. So I can say, yes, of course. Sorry, mine is a twin size. And we're going to be able to have all of these conversations in depth with the AI. Thank you for the information. Could you please tell me, is your mattress a spring and foam or just foam? So I already told my AI that if it's only foam, there's nothing I can do for it. So if I say foam only, it will tell me, hey, we're sorry. And it will how do you say this in English? Unqualify me? Unqualify me immediately. Because it is a lead qualification tool. And we can test these with as many variables and as many conversations as you want. You can ask it as many questions. You can ask it as many processes. And this works for offering your best service, for collecting information, lead qualification. And we're going to go test it right now. Okay? So what I want you to do is to go and please scan this QR, okay? I want you to scan that QR code and go have a conversation with our AI. Let's test it out to see if it's properly activated. We're just gonna test it out together. We'll see that the keyword is Trilce. And let me just check on this side if I am getting everything correctly. And I'm gonna go for the questions in a little bit. There we go. We have so many of you already talking to our AI. Amazing. So let me go over the questions while you are playing with our AI tool. So let's see, why does it take so long to answer the AI compared to the other alternatives? Sergio, it's replying immediately. It's literally taking less than a second to reply on WhatsApp, Facebook, and Instagram. So I do not know what do you mean by faster. Back in the day, and I mean like 2 months ago, perhaps when it was launched, it would take up to maybe 15 seconds to reply, but not anymore. It takes 1 second. So unless we want to go into the quantum realm, I don't think it can be faster. And let's go on the Q&A. Okay. Samantha Wong says, as you are testing this, oh no, where did Samantha's go? There we go. When does the AI end? Because it seems like the AI is ending the chat even when the user is still asking questions. Okay, yes, Jorge, let me show you the QR again, of course. So guys, the AI is going to continue the conversation up until the end of its goal, okay? Very important question here, because if you're using the sandbox, which is the one in the flow builder, you might get an end to the conversation because it's just a sandbox. So once it recognizes that that lead is not viable anymore, it will stop. But what you can do is test it yourself on Messenger, Instagram, or in your WhatsApp and test out more variables. Whenever I feel like, oh, it stopped here, I go into that step on the AI and just tell it, hey, after someone says something that unqualifies them, ask them if they have any other questions, and that usually fixes that issue. Okie dokie. So let's see. Let's see. I'm seeing the questions in the Q&A. Okay, I don't see any other questions right now about the AI, so we are going to continue. Let's go. So let's actually see our flow. We're going to refresh this, and we're going to see how many of you tried it out. Oh my gosh, there's 126 of you, and only 36 people started it. See, I do fun games for you, and then you're mean. So just don't worry about it. If you don't want to test it out, it's fine. Because a lot of you here, I know, are already using AI Step, and you want all of the best practices to start selling more. So we're going to focus on that, okay? So now that we have seen the amazing power of our AI Step and what it works for, let's go into the actual strategy, which is what I know you're here for. What we see in here is a testing ecosystem. Why? When we are talking about AI, people can feel scared. Users, run-of-the-mill, regular people that are contacting your business can feel scared. They can say, I don't want to talk to a robot. I really do not want this to be part of the conversation. But what can we do to increase the comfort levels of people who are using your AI and are getting this message? Well, the first thing I do is split it into threes. The first thing I did when it came out. So I split it into three different groups. Group one would say, hey, while our human team comes over, we're going to give you Julio, who is our AI programmed by Trilce. Just click here to get started. And you can see how only 52% of people, only 52, said, yes, let's continue. Fortunately, I had two other options that were being tested at the same time. Option two sent to message. Okay, your human sleep technician is Patricia. This is a variable for the name of the human that will take care of them. So we're going to help her get all the information she needs to give you the best attention possible. Trilce is a programmer, and she did as this little robot that helps us a lot. In a few moments, our AI Julio will come to help you, just in case Julio is a baby, so he doesn't recognize audios, videos, nor stickers. And this one was an incredible hit because we were getting around 50%, 40 to 50% completion rates. We'll talk about those in a little bit. And then option two had these two messages in one. Just boom, information, boom, AI immediately. And we were seeing very similar results, between 40 and 50% completion rates. So I left them both, because why choose between them when they're both behaving really, really well? So by doing this, or I'm telling people, hey, this is an AI. It was coded by someone you know, because people know me for the brand. It's a whole other conversation. And by telling them this is how it works, everyone was eager to start talking to Julio. And we even had people talking to Julio as a person. I love, like, old ladies would be like, I bless you, Julito. So nice to talk to you. Thank you so much, Mr. Robotcito. And they were just loving the conversation. And Julio would be like, I bless you too, Doña Carmen. It was just adorable to see because I gave Julio a personality. I gave Julio all of the 4 steps that we talked about. So when people got these messages and they knew how it would work, they would go in and talk. And you can see that the next step is to add a tag that says AI repairs finished. AI repairs finished. So I can map out every single person who did finish the entire conversation. And if you're asking, Trilce, why do you have a smart delay in there? Well, because I really want to make sure people don't trigger this several times. So what I do is a little condition that is tag if AI repair. If it is, don't do anything. If it isn't, add it and start the flow. So at the end, we're going to wait 23 hours and remove the tag. Why? Because sometimes people within a day are going to send the exact same intention within 8 hours of each other. Just, thank you so much. I really wanted the information on this. So this is just something that I do as a best practice. And you can see there are 24 people waiting to get that tag removed. And it is, in my opinion, one of the best things that you can do to make sure that people don't get the exact same trigger more than they need to in a day. So as you can see, here we have that AI repair, and we did the exact same thing for our other services. AI sales, which is same process, different set of questions, and you can see that the numbers are very similar, 40 to 50%. And this one is actually even more than 50% completion rate. And what do we mean by completion rate? Because this is an important one. Completion rate, and this one that says finished, refers to the people that went through all of the questions and achieved the goal for the bot. Why is it important that we remember that it achieved the goal? Because if someone is not qualified to be the best lead for us, it's not finished. Like, you are not part of the goal. Like, bye-bye. So this means that I have more than 50% of the users that are completely finishing this entire thread of questions, that are having questions with my AI, conversations, answers, banter, jokes, and get to the end line of that conversation. So look at the amazing power where you're having all of these conversations. Let's do some quick math, actually. You know what? We're going to do some quick math. I want to see in the chat, how long do you think it takes an agent, a human agent, to go through a set of 7 questions with a lead? Let's see it in the chat, okay? Let's see it in the chat. I know they don't end up being stuck. They just don't finish the goal. So it tells people like, hey, you're not qualified, and that's it. 10 minutes, 60 minutes. I see a lot of people being very optimistic. It never takes that little, guys, because what's going on? If the sales agent is on the phone, is talking to other leads, if someone is actually playing with their kids and they're talking to someone, it can take up to 7 hours. Yes, Bianca, exactly. It can take up to 2-3 days to finish a conversation because everyone has their own things that they're doing. Maybe they are cooking and they forgot the phone. Maybe they have ADHD like me and they completely forgot. So on average for us, it takes us 7 hours to go from 0 to completion of all the questions we need because of that back and forth. So let's say 7 hours times 509 times 509. Let's divide that by 24. So that means that it's 148 work days that my team would have taken to be able to manage all of those leads. 148 work days. Now, our average is 15 minutes per conversation. 15 minutes. So we went from 7 hours to 15 minutes. I'm not going to do the full math here, but you get the idea. From 7 hours per each person that came in for each of these processes to only 15 minutes. So that lets me increase the amount of leads. And let me just show you guys, because it's not just 500 people. That is 500 people in one of the nodes. Look at how this one has 1,400, 400, not 1,400, 1,400, 1,300. Imagine those leads being taken care of manually. We would be talking of more than a year of work time to get a reply from everyone, all the way down to 15 minutes. So who here wants to see conversations, real conversations with the AI? I want to see in the chat any emoji that says me. I want to see the chats, me, before we go over to the statistics and the CRM. Amazing. Great. Lovely. So many me's. Okay, stop here. We're going to do one little activity before we go into the chat because I saw Noe saying this is amazing. I want to see how many of you did not know Manychat could now do this. Let's not say me. We're going to say yo, which is me in Spanish. Y-O, yo. anyone who didn't know this was available on Manychat. Amazing. So many of you didn't see the power that was behind Manychat's AI. So many of us. Incredible. Great. And now we're going to say moi, which is in French, M-O-Y, for everyone who is going to go start and playing with Manychat's AI right after this webinar. M-O-I, moi. M-O-I. C'est moi en français. Me. So many of us. Incredible. So happy for this. So let's go and see the chats, okay? And then we're going to see secret statistics. We're going to go here. And yes, it is a rabbit hole. The day that I got access to this, guys, and I'm going to go off script, off webinar process for a little bit. The day that I got access to this, I think I stayed up until 3 a.m. playing, creating different AI steps, testing different automations, testing different things that I could do, testing intentions. I went insane. I was so excited. I even created games. So people could basically have quizzes and the bot could give them points via the AI. I'm going to show you one afterwards. It's not part of the webinar, but I'm going to show you after this, okay? So let's go here. And I'm going to, why do I have the tags? Because I'm going to filter and I'm going to say, okay, I want everyone who finished the AI repair. So this one says AI repair finished. So these are everyone. This is everyone. English does not English sometimes in my brain. Sorry, it's not my first language. So sometimes it just explodes. So we're going to see conversations with people that have talked to our AI. Let's go with Roxy, who talked to us 2 days ago. Go all the way up. And here we can see that she is, I made the chat a little bit too big, that she is talking to us and saying, Patri, help, I need to repair my mattress. And then immediately Julio came in. So you don't have to wait a single second. Here is Julio, and he was programmed by Trilce. So he's going to ask you everything. What is the size of the mattress? Queen. What is the type? Boom, here it is. Thank you for the information. What is bothering you about this? I have a pain in my back and it is sunken, like it has a hole. Okay, great. Tell me this. Boom. Tell me this. Boom. Amazing. Awesome. Thank you so much for that. Here is all the information you just gave me. Is there anything else that you think it's important for me to tell your sales agent? Yes, I have a little problem in my sciatica. So here, thank you so much for that extra information. Great, I'll have that covered. Where do you live? Just so I can know if I can offer you a free transport. This is where I live. Okay, amazing. Thank you so much. So let me just call you someone and let's see how long this conversation took. So it ended at 8:16 a.m. and she started at 8:09. 8:09. So you can see the amazing power that in 7 minutes, we had all the information. Patri starts working around 8:39. She sent us pictures because this, guys, was what took us the longest to get the picture so we can know if we can fix it. And then at 9:30, once she got to those points, we're like, hello, this is Patricia. How are you? Okay, let me give you all of this information. Boom, boom, answer, boom. By 11:40, well, no, 12:18. So by noon, we were all good. And I think this person actually came in and purchased. So look at how this AI is taking care of all of those questions for Patricia. So all she has to do is come in and read. Who here thinks this is super cool? I want to see, let's go with, who can tell me how to say me in another language? We have so many nationalities from here. Let's try me in another language. Who can tell me how to say me in any other language that isn't French, English, or in Italiano? Io. Love that one, Jesus. Love that. Okay, so let's say io, which is I-O, for anyone who thinks this is so useful. And how this is just revolutionizing to conversations, lead qualification, user input. Yeah, you're right. I do know a little bit of Russian. I'm learning Russian. Wo in Chinese. Amazing. Thank you. So, eu in Romanian. Thank you, Nina. So let's see any other conversation that we had. Same thing. Look, the person had that entire conversation with our AI. Not a single human was moved in this bit. It just gives it all the information and boom, here we go. Human comes in, reads the information, sells. So now before we go into the Q&A, let me show you the one that I was telling you about, which is the quiz. Okay, so right now we have an activity here in the company. and there's different people playing around in the factory, getting to know how to build a mattress. So I wanted to create a game. And in those games, it's called this one, Store Dynamics. In those games, I wanted people to test out the AI by answering questions. And this is not part of the webinar. I just thought about showing you this because we're not just talking lead qualification. We're talking games. We're talking experiences. So here, look how cool. This one is a game that they're doing right now as we're speaking, and it is a quiz. So it says, hey, you're going to give people points for how many questions they get correctly. And it says, okay, you're going to welcome them and tell them that they can win a free mattress depending on how many questions they get correct. So question 1, what was the name of the first person in the family to do mattresses? It was Frida. She was my great-great-grandmother. So it says the answer is Frida. Give them 1 point if they say the right answer. If they don't get it, just tell them sorry and move on to the next question. So we did this on different stations, and this is the AI telling them if the answer was right or wrong. This one is my favorite implementation. It's my absolute favorite implementation because this one says, ask the person, how many mattresses on average are sold yearly in Costa Rica? So with user input, you would have to say, if number is between p, 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 p. But if someone wrote it in letters instead of numbers, if someone said 2K instead of 1,000, then it wouldn't recognize it as a value. In this case, now we do, because I told the AI any answer between 180,000 and 220,000, tell them that's right and give them the right answer, which is 200,000. So it doesn't matter how people write it. It can be in letters, it can be in numbers, it can be in any way, really. And it's still going to recognize the values, understand what it means, and give them the right answer and points for that answer. So this is just one of those like cherry on top kind of situations that we have with AI. And I'm so sorry for the Manychat team because this was not part of what I was going to show you today. But I could just not go through without showing you this incredible gamification use case. Because I want to see who here has done quizzes and points in chat with Manychat. I have done so many. And this, instead of taking me 3 hours, it took me 5 minutes. Who here has done quizzes and games with Manychat? I know a lot of you have because I saw you in the chats. Diego has made some of those. Incredible. Pepe, I know you have too. And I know you're here. So a lot of us have done this. And Angie says, not yet, but I will. Love that. So now, let me show you how this looks like on my CRM, because this is just the end of it, so we can have 5 minutes of Q&A. When we go here, this is Monday. I love Monday so much. This is where I keep track of my daily sales and my daily leads. So I was able to start getting my team. This is the daily leads per sales agent. I was able to double the amount of leads that my sales agents are getting per day because now, since the AI has that initial conversation with them, they get more value out of those conversations. They just go in, they read, they offer, they sell. And it was incredible because now they are so in love with Julio. They were a little bit scared in the beginning, like, why are you adding an AI? Are you replacing us? I was like, no, never, ever. This is just to help you out. Just give it a little bit of a chance. And if you ask any of the team members, they will say that they can no longer live without Julio because Julio is their assistant. Julio is there to help them out. So here I am able to give them as many leads a day as they can manage thanks to Julio, which is more than double than what they could do before. Here I'm able to track all of their sales. So I can see how many they're doing per day, per month, per everything. And we have something, I call it the poor man CRM, which is just connecting things to Google Sheets, but connecting your Manychat information via the native Google Sheets integration that you can find here on settings, which is over here in integrations, or connecting it via the API to Salesforce, to Monday, ClickUp, Zendesk, anything, gives you access to amazing, amazing data, such as how many sales are we getting per day? How many sales per agent? What is the conversion rate? Because Manychat's value and Manychat AI's value doesn't just fall in the conversations. It falls in data, in the visibility, and how you are able to track how your team is improving, how your system is helping them do better and be better. Here, for example, I have conversion rates for each of my sales team members. because this is all tied to Manychat. All of this information, and it's so simple to do with Google Sheets. We have a lot of resources of that on the community, and it's just community.manychat.com. And all of this information, guys, is what keeps us as bot builders to be our very best, to be the best version of ourselves. And I do want us to keep considering the fact that bot building is not something you learn and then let go of, because you will continue to learn every quarter. Tech moves so quickly. And let me say that what Manychat AI is today is just a fraction of what I know it's going to be in 2 months, 6 months, a year, because the team is committed to making this the best possible product and keep it evolving and keep it growing and keep it going with every day in every step. So we're going to go into our Q&A section, folks, friends, and family. So, and I use Zapier, YZ. So we have 7 minutes. Drop your questions in the Q&A section, and we're going to start with the questions. Okay. So let's see. Samantha Wong asks, the script only has 10 tasks. Do you recommend to start another AI step within the same flow if we have more than 10 tasks? Honestly, Samantha, what I have done is ask several questions within one task. So I say, I need you to collect shoe size, favorite color, and hair length in one task. And if the person doesn't reply to all 3 of them, it will continue until it gives them the answers to all 3. So that has been the way that I have gone around that, and it works beautifully. Let's see. Let's say that I have a podcast and run an ad to advertise my programs or services. Do you have any tips on how to best use Manychat to open more conversations and also convert more? I do. Now that you're mentioning that you have a podcast, I would love a version of your AI with AI Step in which you tell Manychat, this is my list of podcast. What is the name in English? Sessions? No. Chapters? No. How do you call these? But you know what I'm saying. And you could tell it what each of these episodes, thank you, Shanti, what each of these episodes is about. So you can even create an AI step that tells people, hey, okay, let's get to know each other, and I'm going to direct you to the one that is the best for you to get started. That is a gorgeous way in which you can personalize and tailor the information for the people that are talking to you and convert more because you are targeting their interests. So they don't have to go and listen to all of your episodes to figure out if what you're offering is good or not. Like, it's here it is. This is yours. It's a perfect one for you. Okay, let's see. Oh my goodness, so many questions. So happy. Let's say happy. How do you integrate Manychat with Monday? With Zapier, and Manychat is written without the capital C. How would you use AI Step to generate leads for life health insurance? We actually have a case about that. I'm actually running an AI Step for a health insurance company. And the way that we are doing it is collecting the basic legal information that we can to give to the agents. So we tell them, okay, where are you located? And if they have regions, because this client has regions, we separate people. And yes, this AI feature is now available. Go on settings, billing, and activate the AI add-on. So we separated by 7 regions. That Costa Rica has 7 provinces. So we ask the person, where do you live? And depending on where they live, they tell them, okay, so your agent is going to be this person. This is their contact information. I am going to contact them for you. Let me give you DD and answer this. And then it just sends them over to that person. So you can just use it to get the information that the sales agents need and divert them to each of them accordingly. I would be very excited to see if I can nurture clients and keep the conversation going between the time. So, Brittany Floyd Mayo. Our AI works for 16 hours, which I love. And what I mean by this, it's that if the person, thank you, Jason Eulasio, for saying that he loves me. Thank you. What I mean by this is if someone goes to sleep and they come back the next day, in 14 hours, the AI step will continue. And why is it just 16 hours? Because if someone texts you 3 days from now, come on, like we'll just go into another conversation because it's been enough time. Where and can we learn how to create all of this? So Nene, we have a community. It's called community.manychat.com. And you're going to find videos that I have made and articles that I have made about Manychat's AI. Let me actually put it here in the chat very quickly. Manychat AI, because I actually found it a bit ago in the community. And it was lovely, lovely, lovely. There we go. Let me put the link here on the chat, and the team is going to help us send it over afterwards with the recording. There you go. That is where you can go and learn how to do all of this. And 16, Samantha. Is the AI step only for pro users? So the AI step is an add-on, and I love it because Manychat is able to keep the platform cheap for those who only want or only need the pro features. And if you need those AI add-ons, it's $29 because Manychat is always striving to be the most affordable and the most complete tool available. So let's be honest, not everyone needs AI. So why offer a different pricing altogether? So just add it as an add-on if you need it. And it's so cheap. It's $29, and it is just the best thing that I have tried ever for my sales. And I wouldn't say that if I was not using it. So yeah. And let's say, ya te contesté esa, TTGPT. And okay, Alex Salas is asking one of our favorite questions to answer as Manychat. What is a strategy to ask people to become followers on our Instagram and grow our socials? So how does this go into AI? One of my favorite strategies is using the condition. I'm going to show you real quick. Is using the condition of, do they follow me? Do they not follow me? Let me share my screen. Okay, let's go back into this one. And if you know, Manychat has a condition that is on system fields, Instagram. Do they follow me? Follows your Instagram account. So I love creating different entry points like, hey, comment cake if you love chocolate cake, or going on a live and telling people to tell me something and then just triggering comments on that live to go to my DMs and then going here. So if they don't follow me, I will say, you should follow me for a gift. And if they do, then just do nothing and say thank you for being here. So that is one of the best things that you can do with conditions. But guys, we're out of time. So we are unfortunately 1 minute before end time, but it was great spending time with you. You can find me on the community as Trilce Jirón Garro. I'm there always. And I'm just so happy to be the one that showed you the power of Manychat AI. And you promised you would start using it. You promised that you would now implement this amazing, amazing tool. So I can't wait to see what you do with it. Please do text me. Please do Instagram me. I'm Trilce Jirón Garro everywhere. Like, honestly, my name is not that common. So I want to see what you guys do. I want to see the magic you build and the automations that you create. So please do send them over because I love seeing everything that you create. And as your bot mother, chatbotera madre, thank you so much for joining us. And let's say goodbye to everyone in the chat. Let's be polite, and we're all going to say goodbye to each other in the chat.